Hey everybody, I just want to make a quick announcement. Some of you are really misunderstanding myself and my channel when it comes to the Bryan Kohberger situation and statements like now that he's pled guilty or the case is over and things like this. Some of you are really misunderstanding and taking exception to me and my channel because you think somehow I've changed my opinion. I have not changed my opinion on things. I want to make it clear, and I want to make an appeal to those of you who want to reach out with information that you may have on how you can get that information to me, because this is not over. Now, again, what I say when I say that the case is over now that Bryan Kohberger has pled guilty, what I'm saying is it is harder. It is harder for people to maintain the belief that Bryan Kohberger is innocent because he's literally told you that he's not, right? So again, don't freak out what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't think it's possible for one person to have done what they say Bryan Kohberger did in the amount of time that he did. So while I will say, when he tells you he did it, that ends a lot of discussion for a lot of people, for the majority of America. That ends the discussion. People will treat you like you are just a complete asshole moron for not accepting the words of a person who said, I did it. End of story. That's what they will say. And because that is the case, it is harder for you to maintain someone's presumption of innocence and say, well, that's great, but I don't believe it. But you're basically saying you believe Bryan Kohberger is a liar. He tells you he did it, and you're like, no, you're a liar. You didn't do it. And to be fair, there's plenty of reasons to believe Bryan Kohberger didn't do it and that he could have taken a plea against his wishes. And I don't want to hear all this shit about you have to be willing to do it to plea, blah, 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 blah. He meant it when he said it. Yes, he may have meant it when he said it, and it may have been a coerced confession. We don't know. What I do know is that the official story stinks to high heaven. It still sucks ass. The entire story sucks ass. It didn't happen the way the prosecution said it happened. I'm almost 100% guaranteed. It did not happen the way that they said it happened. And people know things that they're not talking about. And there are other people involved who are not being exposed. There's all kinds of shit behind this story that the simple answer is bullshit. And I still believe the simple answer is bullshit. So again, let me reiterate. When I say that now that he's pled guilty, it is harder to maintain his innocence because he's flat out told you that he's guilty. That is true. And I'm sorry that some of you hate hearing that. And again, if you don't understand one more time, I still believe that it didn't happen the way that he even said it happened. It didn't happen that way, in my opinion. So last thing I want to say is I want to make an appeal. Some of you out there right now probably have great information. You're afraid to come forward. There are things that you know that would make a difference if the right people had it. And maybe I'm not the right person who needs that information, but I will tell you this: I'm only hours away from that area. I can get it. I can get in touch with people. I can ask the right questions. I can go down the right rabbit holes, but I need to have the information that I'm missing. So if you're out there on the fence, this is an appeal to you. If you're out there now and the case is over, Bryan Kohberger's taken the fall, some of the pressure's off, somebody's already going to go down for it. Now, behind the scenes, if you need to get that anonymous information to somebody, and maybe there's better people to do it, I get it, but I work for free. I'm not a private investigator you have to hire. I will follow up on leads and I will help you get information to me in an anonymous fashion. So let me tell you a few things. It's super easy. If you don't know how to do things, you need to use something, for example, like a VPN. A lot of them are super dirt cheap. You probably can find a free VPN. Some of you have VPNs that come with your antivirus software, like Norton's antivirus. This will help you disguise your IP address so somebody doesn't know where it came from. You can create a free email address through Gmail, for example, that doesn't tie to yourself, and you can send an email to me for further instructions on how to get yourself anonymous. I can give you end-to-end encrypted methods to reach me so that everything that you send is encrypted in both directions and only you and I can see it. I'll give you that option. I can tell you how to set up anonymous emails so that it comes from an anonymous source and they'll never know who it is. If you need to get a tip on that, protonmail.com, for example, is an anonymous emailer where you don't have to put in a phone number or any personal details whatsoever, and you can get an anonymous email address. You can send me an anonymous email to my address at Devil's Advocates 2024, or is it 2025? At gmail.com. Holy shit, I should probably get that right. I think it's Devil's Advocates 2025 at gmail.com. For sure, Devil's Advocates TikTok at gmail.com would work as well. So anyways, the point being is that you can reach out to me. And those addresses, by the way, are on my profile. So you can find those addresses on my profile. So again, I know that a lot of you are going to kick me in the teeth for saying, well, you're nobody. I'm not, why would I give you any private information? You're a nobody. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. But I want you to know, when I say it's harder for us, it is 100% harder for us. And I have people who have reached out to me a few times saying they've got information, and if I want it, they will give me the information. And then when I say, yes, I want it, they chicken out and they lose the nerve. I don't know what it is. Maybe you're afraid because your email address or your IP address or your phone number or whatever the fuck you are afraid of. And I get it. I get why you're afraid, because people may die over this, and it's no joke. I get that, but I will help you. I will help you find anonymous ways to reach out to me. So if you just so much as create a simple email address that has nothing to do with you, and send me an email with saying, I want to know how to get secure communication with you, I will set up secure communication with you. If you have any information that can be helped, I will be on top of it. I will follow up on leads. And again, I'm within the area. Now, I don't want to go get myself killed either. So I will just say everything that I will do will be carefully done, and my face is out there, my name is out there, so people will know, for example, that I'm on to something. So let's both be careful. But I just want to give this last tip again. If you have information and you want somebody who is close by, and you have something that might make a difference, maybe it won't, maybe it will, but if you have something and you want to share that information with somebody in an anonymous fashion, simply create an email address, simple Gmail address that isn't tied to you. Don't give me your name. Just ask for more information on how to set up secure communications, and we'll set up secure communications, and we'll start a dialogue. And I'll never know who you are from man on the moon, so, or woman on the moon. So just last pitch. If you're out there and you've got information, I am listening and I am ready. Send me the information.